Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome to the last episode of Deadman Wonderland. Now, I've pretty much had confirmation from my partner that episode 12 was the last part of the main storyline. He did say that the OVAs are pretty much always separate stories or like side stories based on side characters. Sometimes they're prequels, sometimes they're just not even slightly related, they're just set in the same universe. So I'm just going to touch on the last episode briefly. I'll probably talk more at the end, but I just want to say it was a really good episode. I'm really disappointed that that's it and that it never got a second series. I presume that they were expecting to get picked up again. Maybe they got cancelled or they just didn't get picked up from the series. I don't know. Because they clearly left things open for there to be more. So I'm kind of super disappointed that that's it. That's the end of Ganta and Shiro and all the Scar Chain and the Deadman Wonderland. But yeah, I'll talk about it more at the end once I finish this episode because I just want to see what this is about. I believe it's based on Shenji, which is always good. But yeah, so let's just jump into the Wielder of the Red Knife to see what this episode is all about. And hopefully it's a good one, because if it's not even related or to the main storyline, maybe it's about Shenji discovering his powers. I don't know, but I just hope it's a good one. Let's go. Okay, so it's after the Red Hole incident, but before Deadman Wonderland. So it's a prequel to the show.
Stop running, goddammit! Yeah, like I'm gonna stop because you fucking told me to!
Is that meant to be Shenji? I'm sure his hair was darker.
Sorry, asshole. Game over.
Nope, that's Shenji. Oh, right, so he's already got his powers. Thought maybe it'd be about him discovering his powers with it being a prequel. Oh. Is it right for a cop to be using that kind of power, though?
Shenji, enough. You're a damn cop now.
Yeah.
You can't just kill people.
Probably caught wind of it from his old pal Officer Shinji.
You're a cop now, but don't think sporting a badge automatically means your past ain't fair game.
Of course, Shenji used to be like on the streets, maybe, and a criminal, and now he's become a police officer. But clearly, the people he works with don't like respect him all that much. But just take your shirt off, they respect you then.
You always end up getting in someone's face about something. Looks like the chief tore you a new asshole. Yeah, more or less. He seems to think that Shenji is more trouble than he's worth. That's pretty.
Is it Senji? Because I'm calling him Shenji this whole time.
You did this to yourself when you brought
Oops.
in that stray of yours.
Spider? Are these like a mafia people?
Thugs from Gorless Peace.
Gorless Peace.
Their gang. Been calling themselves the Neighborhood Watch. But all they ever watch out for is our money.
Bloody gangs, pain in the ass.
I bet you can't steal one-handed. Only one way to find out.
Oh my god! Because you guys have been squelching all the rations, sons of bitches!
I'm sorry. I didn't quite catch that. You dumb shits. What the fuck?
Nice. I mean, they were going to kill a kid, or at least take his hand off.
Holy shit, look at the size of that knife. Wait a second. It's not a knife, is it?
Oh, that's the red knife that the title refers to. Okay, now I get it.
Sure. Is that it cuts through trash like you real fucking good.
You're the man, Shinji!
You're damn right I am.
What have you gotten into now? I'm so sorry, Shinji. I should have watched him more carefully.
Hey, it's all good.
Don't tell me you were stealing again.
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry, Miss Hinata.
Oh, jeez.
Damn, so he stole a little.
Christ.
Down.
Wow, I just yelled at a cop.
And slapped a child across the face.
Just don't hit me. I just don't know how you do it. And I'm serious, Hinata. Taking in all these street kids and paying for it out of pocket like you do.
So she takes in a lot of homeless people and people in need, but yet still feels it's okay to slap them across the face.
Vengeance, huh?
Wow. Uh-oh. But with the abilities he's got, mates, I would just leave him alone. Good luck, boys. I think you're gonna need it. I like the sky.
Very interesting weaponry. You're Shinji Kiyomasa, aren't you? Think of me as Gorless Peace's liaison.
He can move
Precisely as I thought.
fast.
Our souls are simpatico. Would you care to help me retune this atonal world?
Retune?
Don't trust him.
Dealing with the dregs of humanity day after soul-crushing day. Oh, the very thought of it sets my head a-throbbing.
So he's all dramatic.
Whereas
Just get to your point.
And with goreless peace, we're working towards an idyllic world for all to enjoy. But somebody has to tighten the strings first, don't they?
Is that why you beat up little kids?
Shinji.
In time, I'm sure you'll see it my way. We're simpatico.
Bastard! I'll cut off your goddamn mouth.
Good luck trying. I don't know how I feel about this guy. Like, he's not really saying anything specific. He's just saying he wants to change the world, essentially. And tighten the purse strings, but he's not been clear on what that means and what he's planning. What was that?
There's not much a man calls the shots on these days, but his death is still one of them.
That's a delightful thought.
Going down the crapper. Tell me
I like this guy because he's not the only one that defends him.
what made you think I'd be worth a damn at this?
And he's the one that kind of like brought him into the police department.
If it's heads, you walk the beat tomorrow and I play solitaire. If it's tails, you sleep in.
Tails.
Hey, looks like it's heads.
Oh.
And grab some of those for me while you're out and about, okay? I mean, if you're gonna stop by. Huh?
What?
Just think you know everything, don't you, old man?
They're bad tomatoes.
Shinji's one of us, but he has yet to arrive at
It's very over the top and lavish. And has no polish though. Uh-oh. There's a lot of children.
You're just kids.
Oh, they're all dead. Oh.
Hinata! Say something, please.
Oh, was the whole place burnt down? Shit. Like, I didn't like her, but I didn't want that to happen.
Don't you die on me!
I could have saved him if I'd just been as strong as you are, Cindy.
Oh. No. Take them all down. Rip them a new arsehole. The only one that looks like they're going to pose a threat is the main guy with the white hair. Because he can move fast. Hello. Nice beard.
Not before I kill all those motherfuckers. You're not a killer!
I know, but they've killed a lot of kids. I think basic humanity would want revenge on that.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm glad the fucker's out. He never was a team player.
Thank you. I'm glad somebody did that.
Watch your damn mouth.
End of the day, that guy that you're slating would run rings around you and kick the shit out of you.
Our guest of honor has arrived. This mutton I've procured for our meal is simply to die for. Those orphans were a millstone tied to your neck. But now you are free to join us without
If you're trying to get someone to come into the fold,
alas,
killing something they care about
often as it turns my
isn't the way to do it, man.
You're far too magnificent to be hampered.
Shut up.
Not you, O righteous wielder of the crimson blade. We are birds of a feather, you and I. Now, let us plan our conquest. We will tune this one.
Bring it on.
I figured that you would understand me.
Yeah.
Like hell,
Come on.
you do this by yourself. There's 10 of these guns
Don't
for
give them time. Just start shooting. If you'd have kept shooting from when they were all the backs turned, you could have took them all out. Good.
Show yourself!
Be careful. What the hell is that? It's like webbing. Spider webs. Oh no. So he's got a branch of sin as well. Ew. Oh. Oh. I don't know why it reminds me of, if you ever watched Nightmare on Elm Street 3, there's a bit where a guy gets all his arteries like pulled up by Freddy, like they ripped out of his skin. Oh. Ooh. I know it's not that, but it just gave me chills thinking about it.
I've had enough screaming for today. Those caterwauling brats That's put my stomach on edge.
Senji!
How barbaric. You just barrel in during my piece de resistance? I'll just usher you out of life.
Oh no. I liked him. Come on. Revenge time. Yeah. Right, now just keep slicing and dicing. Don't give him chance to recover.
Well, what are you waiting for, Shinji? Send me to the abyss.
Just do it. I don't think he will though.
Stand down! Don't you listen.
Gonna say he's gonna talk him down from being a murderer.
If you kill this fucker, you're no better than he is. Senji!
Please tell me you killed him, because I would have done. Oh. Damn. Oh, look at that though. That's cool.
You flinched.
Did he do it?
It's tough bringing him up, right?
Or did he not do it? That last little sound was unclear whether it was a slice or him, the blood just disappearing, you know?
Ugachi's in police custody. Yes.
Okay, he didn't do it.
Sanji Kiyomasa. I wonder if you will stand with me someday. Or against me.
Who are you? But we're never gonna find out. Okay, so that's them building Deadman Wonderland. Okay.
Gonna be privatized. That the word? The times they are a-changing, fellas.
Theme park vibe or not, it's still gonna be full of the same old shit.
And we're the lucky schmucks who get to put him in there.
Or is this after? I need to look this up, I'm getting confused.
Old man. Huh? Oh, son of a... What the... These are ready now.
Oh. Okay, I just quickly looked it up online. It does take place before the main show. There was just a couple of comments right at the end there where I think I just misinterpreted it, but it sounded like it was the Deadman Wonderland, but now it's being privatized, or that all happened in the past, but they're still going to put prisoners in there. I don't know, it just wasn't very clear to me because I think my head wasn't in it completely with this episode, which I'll get into in a second. But yeah, it's a prequel, not a sequel. Okay. Overall, I'd say the episode was good. I feel like I just was disappointed, not because it was bad anyway. Story-wise, it was quite fun and nice to see Senji or Shenji, whatever, developing his powers more, becoming more of a better person and defending this children's home place and taking down this gang, but learning not to become a murderer. I enjoyed it. I think my disappointment just lies with the fact that it's the last episode ever, and as someone who doesn't watch anime, this is so unusual for me. Like, normally, a show would finish with a finale, and that would be it. Obviously, this is only one season, and there was just never any more, for reasons that you can let me know down below. But then, obviously, there was the OVA, which is an extra bit, but it's not related. It's related in that it's one of the characters, but it's not related to the main storyline. So it's odd to see a show, and then it leaving on a cliffhanger, but then there's an extra bit, which is not totally related, and then that's it. I guess I was just disappointed that I'm never going to get answers to anything that I want. So in terms of the main storyline, we never get answers to what caused the red hole, the big ball thing that was in the sky. There's a lot of questions about Redman and the crystal he put in Gantz's chest, or she, I should probably call him now, because it's obviously Shiro. He never found out about that. The general was up to stuff we never found out answers to. In this episode, there was a guy with a red beard thing. He was quite a cool looking character and quite mysterious. We're never going to get more about him. I presume if there was a series 2, possibly he would have come into it, or when Senji eventually gets out of Deadman Wonderland, he might have made an appearance then somehow, or maybe there was more OVAs planned where, you know, they did meet up in before Shenji got to Deadman Wonderland, and then yeah, I don't know. I guess it's just a weird experience for me as someone who's new to anime, that the structure of it, if that makes sense to you. But it wasn't that it was bad. I actually thought the episode was quite nice and it was a nice little story. And it's interesting for a show that, like, if I watched a show that was going on for years and years and years, these little side stories are actually quite interesting to flesh out, you know, the story. Like with shows I like, such as Buffy, when they do episodes that focus on a minor character, sometimes they're quite fun. And any other shows like that, because you get like a new perspective on things, or you get a new appreciation for certain characters. But I guess as it's the final episode ever, that's just where my slight disappointment lies. Not that it was bad in any way, just that there's no more. I don't know what more I can say, what I haven't said over the course of the past 13 episodes, but as the first anime series that I watched, I actually really enjoyed it. I feel like I probably enjoyed the first half of the series more than the second half. The second half was better in terms of twists and turns and deaths and stuff like that, and fight scenes, but the first half really fit into stuff that I enjoy, which was like this twisted theme park where people spectate and there's these crazy events that happen. Like, I loved that obstacle course. I think it was episode 2 where they had to go through the obstacle course that was killing them all. I adore that kind of stuff. That really made me invest in the series. And when it kind of took a really quick shift to underground rebel base and all this kind of stuff, it was alright. But I guess it just felt like I wanted more of that first bit. Maybe if the series had gone on, we might have seen different things, but I think it could have benefited from maybe a season of theme park games and events and all that kind of public stuff, and then slowly veering in towards the underground shady stuff towards the end a little bit, if that makes any sense. I guess I just enjoy that stuff more. But the series as a whole was good. I find it hard to judge it. Like with shows like Firefly that finish after one season and there's things left up in the air, I find it so hard to judge because you're never going to get answers to things. So, like, I can't say, well, this is a great storyline because it all got resolved great in a couple of seasons or whatever. But I guess just taking it at face value of what I've seen, there was a lot of mysteries introduced that I was interested to find out more about, which means that they did well in that. Some of the characters were really cool. Kara was probably my favourite. Senji was one of my favourites. Ganta, I went through a love-hate relationship with Ganta. Never really took to Shiro all that much, I'm sorry to say. I think she's quite a popular character, but I just found her quite irritating. The Redman aspect of her was super interesting, but obviously that never really went anywhere. I quite like the general lady, but after the first few episodes, she was barely in it. She got reduced to like 1 scene, 2 scenes an episode at that. Like a couple of episodes, she wasn't even in it at all, I don't think. So that was disappointing. But yeah, overall, pretty good. Some people I wish got their comeuppance, like the guy who ran the place. I feel like if there was more seasons, he would eventually got taken down. Someone else might have taken his place. I'm glad that the monk died. Quite a lot of the bad guys got their comeuppance, which was good, but they left some people alive for what potentially would have been a series 2. Interesting. Yeah, I feel like what I've got to do is probably hunt down the manga at some point and read that, or at least go online and kind of read like a synopsis of everything that happens in the rest of the series, because I'd be interested to know if they wrapped it up, kind of where the storylines went to, what solutions happened, what kind of resolutions came in. So yeah, I might have to look it up at some point and I might not buy it because manga is expensive and I don't want to read it that much that I'm going to spend like 40-50 quid, if not more, on the manga. But I might see if I can find it online or just like read a synopsis of what happens in the rest of the issues. It'd be interesting to know kind of where they ended up at. But yeah, let me know down below if they're worth checking out. Yeah, that's it. That's Deadman Wonderland. Interesting. Really good concept. Really cool show. Just disappointed it didn't go anywhere. But that's not the fault of the show. It just didn't happen. Let me know down below why the show never got picked up or why there was never a series 2 and what's worth looking at in terms of getting a resolution for this. Also, let me know if there's any other shows, doesn't have to be anime, that you might be interested in me taking a look at. As I've said before, I keep a note of every suggestion that I get. Can't guarantee I'm going to watch them all because I have limited time between full-time jobs and everything that I do. So yeah, just let me know down below in the comments. Hope you enjoyed this reaction, let me know what you thought. And as always guys, my name is Scott. I hope you guys are well and taking care of yourselves. There's some videos to my right that you might be interested in taking a look at. They're not manga, they're not anime, but there's some of my shows. If you enjoy my content, take a look. But yeah, subscribe if you enjoyed this reaction. And yeah, that was Deadman Wonderland. That's it. Crazy. Thanks for watching guys and take care.